So welcome back to Stu Structures. I'm here just in the middle of the week to throw out a little extra video to just kind of catch you up on maybe my personal life and all this stuff that's going on in the world right now. So just sit back and relax and enjoy these little extra goodies that I'm throwing out here in the middle of the week. So welcome back to my running extra here in the middle of the week. I am Mark Stewart. This is Stu Structures. There's just a lot of things going on in the world that have affected everybody. For a lot of us, it's given us more time to play with our model railroads. I really haven't been able to work in a couple of months, and it's kind of putting a bite on me and my finances and everything. Anyway, I've been able to spend a lot of time in my nursery and getting a lot of things done in my personal life. Just unable to do some of the things that I need to be doing, like earning income. In any case, this is just a quick video to catch up on several things and give a couple of shout outs and just a bunch of tidbits that I need to throw out there that are just too little to do on their own. So I'm just putting this extra video out there this week just to kind of catch you up on a few things. So let's just jump into this. Okay, just another little personal blip out there for everybody. I don't like doing a whole lot of personal stuff, but it kind of keeps people in tune with what's going on in my life, so then you can kind of understand maybe why I have to make some of the decisions I do on this channel and things like that. We are here in spring. I've got a lot of things that are finally starting to come up in the nursery and stuff, and had a couple nice weeks of real warm weather, and now all of a sudden it's going to be snow or whatever here for the next week. I don't know, hopefully not too cold, but you can see I still have just bunches of stuff. These are all peonies and some various perennials and evergreen stuff like that coming up in the nursery. I'm having to cover a lot of my plant material right now because the nighttime temperatures are just getting so cold, and a lot of this stuff is pretty tender in its early growth right now, so I'm just kind of keeping a lot of it covered. Today the temperatures are not going to get real warm, so I think I'm just going to leave them on all day. But normally I take the covers off during the day and just put them on at night. But for right now, I'm just doing what I have to do to keep stuff alive since it is going to get this cold. But anyway, my nursery fared pretty well this winter. I'm pleased with the way everything has gone. I did have some losses to the cold because I explained in my video last fall that I just wasn't able to get plastic on everything the way I wanted to give everything the protection, but our winter ended up not being as severe as what they had originally called for, so I kind of lucked out on that note. But it's nice seeing all this stuff pop out in the spring, all the new lush growth. I kind of wish I had put more stuff on the market for this spring. Nurseries and stuff order their plants for the next year in October, November, December, and I just didn't really put myself out there because I wasn't sure with the condition I was in what I was going to really have available. And now I can see what I have. I kind of wish I had went ahead and put more of this out there. But in any case, I'm just going to walk around and show a few things and kind of give you an idea of what my personal life is like at this point. It's a lot of work in the springtime keeping up with a lot of this stuff. Okay, we're just going to take a walk through one of my hoop houses right now. Well, the only one I had plastic on this winter. But you can see, it's just really remarkable how everything has just really popped out with growth this spring in here. It stays nice and warm in here even when it's cold outside, and it's pretty protected at night, so it's really a good situation. Got a couple apple trees here that I had grafted that I'm really pleased with this year. I grafted these off an antique apple at my old farm before I lost it with my ex-wife, but it's blooming this year. It's the first year it's had a bloom since I grafted it several years ago. So I've been able to save this plant, which is really, really great, and because the other one's dying. And You know, so it gives me something to look forward to in the future, and maybe a few apples this year, which would really be great. I mean, I have tons of blackberries that I only started with a few, but last year I layered them into other pots. I mean, I've got raspberries, I've got a lot of ornamental shrubs, got a lot of azaleas here, some of them which are coming into bloom, which I started several years ago. Different types of trees, and well, just all kinds of stuff. So I do have this honeysuckle too, which you know, I really like this. A person I worked for in the late 90s, we grew this. He named it Coral. I'm not sure what his source was for it, but it's one of the prettiest reds of the honeysuckles that I've ever seen. And I was able to save this for several years and have started producing it now. So this will be exciting one to put back on the market and hopefully have a little income from, but it's a very nice honeysuckle. I have just several other areas I'm just going to briefly go through here. You know, it's nice to see all this stuff after the dreariness of winter leafing out and coming on. Even with these freezes, a lot of this new growth is tender, so I'm not sure how well this stuff's going to fare with the upcoming weather, but we'll see what's going on. And there's just a couple of shots of things I wake up to every day. I've had a whole bunch of these turkeys just outside my window every day. It's spring gobbler season. 3 of these are nice sized males. So far I've not shot any of them. There's also a whole bunch of deer, about 13 outside. So there's just a few, you know, little extra tidbits to kind of let you know where I'm coming from right at the moment. I don't, you know, usually ask for help. You know, I don't have a lot of money. I don't make a lot of money. That's why I build all these structures and do everything the way I do to save as much money on the hobby as I can. You know, I've never been about money. I don't care about owning Learjets and, you know, all the big things in the world. That doesn't really get into me the way it does some people. I like paying my bills. I like having a little money to play around a little when I want to. I'm a workaholic. Really what I do is work 24/7, you know, just about every day of the year. That's just what I do. I just have a lot of energy and can't sit down much. You know, even when I'm working on the hobby, I'm usually doing something on the hobby and then going and working on something else and then coming back and taking a break and working on the buildings or structures or something and then going back to work and working some more. However, you know, the buildings, I'm not sure what's going to happen here in the near future. I have several more weeks of videos that I'm finishing up. So I have another month or so of good material there that I know I have materials for to finish and get videos out there. Unless I start getting some income here before long, I'm not going to be able to get parts and various things I need to continue on with the builds that I need to do for my model railroad. I do have some train cars and some various, you know, odd tidbits if the weather clears up to where I can get into the barn and dig my stuff out. There's some other videos that I want to put together, but you know, I'm really not somebody that normally asks for help, and I have a real hard time doing that. When I first got started into all this, I won a contest from Sparky 107. If you don't know his channel, go and check him out. He does a lot for the people in this hobby and advancing knowledge with who's out there and letting you know what's going on and connecting all of us as friends in the hobby. Very good channel. But in any case, he had a contest and I won it, and through him I was able to afford to buy a lot of materials and things for my channel to get me started in making these videos. It was very early when I was just getting started, and I appreciated that greatly. You know, but I don't spend a lot in the hobby, but every one of these buildings does take a little money to build, and it's not a lot of money, but you know, right now I just don't have that little extra to be doing this with. So I'm not sure in the future where my buildings are going to go, or this channel. I hope I can come across some work here before long. I'm doing a few things here around, you know, West Virginia, but I just can't travel out of state to Virginia to do the work I normally do. So in any case, you know, it's all good, but if anybody out there would like to help with this and help me finance a little bit of materials to do a few more structures with so I can get back and up and running, Mark Stewart at PayPal. It's MarkStewart at PayPal. I never really looked at the links, but you should be able to find me if you go to PayPal and look up Mark Stewart. If anybody would like to just send me a few dollars here and there, 50 cents, whatever. If I could just get a few more materials, I could continue on with several more of the structures and things that I want to build. I do have some materials, but just not enough to really get into the builds the way I want to. So anyway, I would appreciate a little bit of help. I've never had money to help people out there in this community when other people needed help. I mean, I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I say prayers for people and do the things that I am able to do for people. I mean, I do believe in prayer and all of that. Like I said, I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I do believe in all that. So I help in ways that I can. And I'm not looking to make a lot of money or do anything like this, but if I could get a little bit to help me get some of these materials, it would just help me right now, and I would appreciate it. And as soon as I'm back on my feet, I would like to go ahead and do a 500 subscriber video. I wanted to do that, but I just have not had the finances to put the prizes together that I wanted to for that. For that. I am well over 500 now in subscribers, and I do appreciate that. And all you new subscribers, welcome to my channel. I hope you're learning something. Like I say in a lot of my videos, if you're not learning anything else, it's how not to do something. Everybody has their own ways of doing things, and I have mine. They're not necessarily the same way that you might do something, but hopefully you'll get some tidbits and learn by what I'm doing, and maybe it'll help you jump out there and scratch build some stuff for your channel. So in any case, I do appreciate it in advance for any of you that do help me out a little bit. I know everybody's kind of tight right now. A lot of people are not working. So, if any of you do help me, I know this really comes from my heart. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Now, there's kind of another shout out here I want to do. Just won this in another contest not too long ago. Steve 87th PSAP had a contest in which I won this, and it is slightly past my time era, but some of the buildings that I've been building and things that I've been working on are a little prior to the time period that I want to model, and I have some things that are just slightly past the time period that I want to model. So I just decided to go ahead and accept this win and take this vehicle. I think it'll look great on the layout later on, so thank you, Steve. I do appreciate it, and hope your channel continues to grow. You're very good at building the buildings and doing the things you're doing on your model layout, and I hope people appreciate that. Okay, so there you kind of have a quick update on me and what's going on. I don't like to do a whole lot of these where it's just me sitting here talking. Looking at the statistics of my videos, I think a lot of you watch the parts of the videos where I'm actually doing hands-on and building and skipping me talking, which I don't really blame you. I like the hands-on. I don't like just sitting and watching somebody talk. Anybody can do that. If I want to watch something, I want to learn something. So in any case, thank all my new subscribers out there. I do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go down below and do that and hit the bell icon. You'll be notified when new content comes out. Most all the time it's me building something and showing you the process that I go through to do that. And hopefully you can learn something from that. So anyway, share this with other people out there in the hobby. Just drag out some trains and scratch build some stuff during this downtime. And just happy model railroading.